Well. Welcome back, Duo Cuties, to the Duo Q podcast. Episode dos. We made it to episode 2. Never thought we'd make it here.
They doubted us.
Never thought.
They said...
You were one-hit wonders.
You're one-hit wonders. You're never going to make it to episode 2.
They said that. They did. We saw the hate comments, guys. Yeah.
We did. We saw all of the non-existent hate comments, and they were brutal. Yeah.
But here we are.
Against all odds, right? Against all odds.
Yeah.
Made it to episode 2.
What it took to get to this point.
What it took.
Genuinely.
So much perseverance.
So much waiting. So much anticipation. Honestly, frankly, do I even want to say what time we're filming this? I don't even want to say.
No, please do. No, go ahead.
No, go. So we're filming at 11 p.m. I got here at 11 a.m. I got here at 11 a.m. 12 hours ago.
Why don't you give a rundown of the day we just had without spoiling any content?
Okay. I'm not going to complain. Honestly, my life is great. I woke up at 10:30 as one normally does. I usually wake up at 10:30. Okay. Gamer hours. Am I right, guys? Clocked in 11. Hair and makeup. Boom. Lunch. Breakfast, technically. Boom.
What'd you have?
Meeting with what?
What'd you have to eat?
Oh, I had gochujang chicken thighs and potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just what the office had.
Nice.
Boom, had breakfast. Boom, had a meeting. Boom, did photos for the new Champs jersey.
Coming soon to you.
Very soon. Well, wait. Hopefully we qualify. They're only dropping if we qualify. So let's just get that straight.
Yikes.
If we, inshallah, we qualify.
Inshallah. May God be willing, we qualify.
Yes. So inshallah, we qualify.
Right.
Photos. We had to take photos. And then we did some videos, a lot of video content. Guys, SRG fans, if you are waiting for the content, don't worry. It will be coming. We filmed a lot. Like I said, it's 11 p.m. right now. Yeah. Just around 11 p.m.
And this is day 2 of content, by the way. It's not just like one day 2. Everything. We're on day 2. That was our second content.
Yep, day 2.
And let it be known, I think I have a career in acting ahead of me.
And I've been saying that because I said that at the last watch party, and you're like, it's always been a dream of mine. And I said, go get it, girl. And here we are.
Okay, you know what's funny? When we were filming that one scene with everybody.
Yeah.
When me and Veer walked out of the room, he was saying, he was like, you're really good at acting.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you are.
know, I wanted to be an actress when I was a wee lad. And he was like, you know, I see that from you.
I could also see that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, not only did I see that because you guys are going to be seeing that, but I felt that. And I think you guys will be moved by kind of the short film that we were a part of. Yes. I'll call it a film, really.
I think it was a film.
A short film.
I would call it a film.
Yeah, and I think you guys might even see it next year at, like, the Oscars?
Yeah.
For, like, the limited series section? Yeah.
I think Alexis and LAN are up for an Oscar this year. Yeah. All right, anyways, back to it. So yeah, we did a short film. We're going to be up for Oscars this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think you and Wyatt are going to be taking, like, lead actor, lead actress, and I think you guys are going to sweep the Emmys. I'm just going to put that out there.
You know what, though? I don't know. What's the difference between an Emmy and Oscar and, I know a Tony is for the Shakespeare Broadway.
Whew.
What are those called?
Not the Shakespeare.
Plays.
Musicals, theater.
Theater. But Emmy is music?
No, that's Grammy. Grammy's music.
Grammy's
Emmy
music?
is... I actually don't know that there's an Emmy and an Oscar. I think an Emmy's for shows. I think Emmy's for shows.
Oh.
I think.
And Oscars is for movies. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Huh.
I could have made that up, though. I'm sure someone in the comments would be like, I have a letterboxed, and I'm qualified to talk about this. And honestly, let us know in the comments below.
Let us know in the comments
Please correct us.
But yeah, so basically what we're saying is, me and Mel were EP. We got into a heated debate about whether we should film the pod today.
We did, actually.
We actually
like
did.
I said, didn't think we'd be here. Didn't think we'd make it to episode 2.
It really is against all odds because no matter what, this podcast was going to be done eepily.
Eepily.
We are EP.
Yeah. So shout out to the EP viewers out there, the EP listeners, if you will, because we're right there. You can't see us.
Duo cuties.
We're right there with you.
If you're listening to this as you're falling asleep, honk me, baby girl.
Yeah, good night.
You know what I mean? Good night.
Good night.
I do have an announcement for you, though. Something that you don't even know.
Wait, what? Do we have another sponsor?
No.
Okay.
But thank you to the sponsor of this pod, Tundra Wolf.
Tundra Wolf.
Thank you, Tundra Wolf.
Snaps.
If I could snap, I would totally hit that.
I got enough for both of us.
No, so actually, do you know our good friend Esports Doug?
No,
talented caster analyst.
Yes, love him.
He's a great guy. Well, he is going to be on the desk this weekend for the matches, right?
Okay.
And he said that the top comment of this podcast, a word or statement, he will fit into his analyst desk work.
Wow.
So at first he messaged me. He's like, "Yo, what word do you want me to say?" And I was like, "Ugh, you can't say chungus." He's like, "I can't say chungus." And I was like, "Maybe you could say eepy." I don't know. Like I didn't really have many good ideas. And I was like, "You want to shout out the DuoQ pod?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I have a better idea. How about top commenter? Whatever they want me to say, I'll say it." Now, guys, obviously, keep in mind we are not including any profanity.
Yeah, this is a child-friendly show we're running.
Yeah, this is a PG network here. So maybe a word, a statement, a phrase. Drop it down below, and if your comment gets enough likes, you could be featured on the Valorant.
And you might even get a shout out for the next one. Yo,
you just
got the top comment. You got shouted out on the broadcast. We'll shout you out as a sponsor.
Yeah, you could be a sponsor of the pod if you drop some ideas in the comment section below.
I like this. That is actually so cool for Doug to do. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. I'll think of something, and I'll contribute as well. But don't just like vote me, guys, because I'm like a co-host of the pod.
Just vote.
Just vote.
Just vote.
Just vote.
Just vote. If you got that meme, drop.
Go ahead and drop it in the bot. Yep. Go ahead.
If you got that reference. Okay, so let's see,
guys. I'm just gonna brace everyone here. Lexi is gonna be carrying the pod today with all the topics because it's been busy. It's been busy.
This episode tanks.
No, but if it succeeds.
But if it tanks.
Okay, I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not gonna tank.
All right. So, first thing I want to bring up. Okay. Not at all Valorant related, but
okay.
2 people from my Discord have had dreams about the team.
Ooh,
and I want to share
them.
And I want to share them.
Okay, that scared me a little bit. I'm going to be honest.
They're very normal. They're very PG.
You know what happens, like it just...
Yeah, like if you consume a lot of content...
you're just going to just have dreams.
It's just going to come up. I just need to find out what...
you know what?
What chat it was in.
I can believe that.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to release the username because I don't know what I mean. Yeah. So, I'm going to read the dream. I had a dream. Mel, Alexis, and Noya came over to my house to shoot a DuoQ podcast, and Alexis wanted to borrow some dry shampoo. And we rescued a bunch of kittens. Wow. They also spoke perfect Polish multilingual queens.
Wow. What a great dream. Guys, if you guys dream of us in this way, thumbs up. That's great.
Do you want to know another dream?
What?
Mimi, I know that you would give me perms to say this, so I'm going to say it. But Mimi, a while ago, like a month or 2 ago, I thought it was so funny. She DM'd me and she's like, I had a dream about, I think it was Sarah and me. It was either Sarah and me or Nicole and Sarah.
This is srgcat.
Yes, this is
srgcat on Twitter.
For anyone who doesn't know,
not Mimi Michelle or Evil Cat. There's so many iconic Mimis.
Yes, I was talking about srgcat here. Okay. She messaged me and she was like, oh yeah, by the way, I had a dream that I think it was me and Sarah, perhaps, were beating her with an Avori Dream Wings, like the baton. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, girl, we are nice people. I swear we wouldn't do that. But yeah, no, we were beating her up with an Avori Dream Wings.
Okay.
Wand. I think it's a wand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that was the dream that she had. So really sorry to srgcat that we shout out to srgcat.
Shout out to srgcat,
of course. So yeah, people be having dreams about us lately.
Okay, well, if anyone else has had a dream that is normal,
drop it down below.
Drop it down in the comments. Section. You might get a feature in the next dream segment of the show.
Dream segment. And I'm not talking Minecraft.
No Minecraft.
Dap.
So yeah,
that was a dream segment. Now we can talk about Valorant. We can talk about the hits. Okay.
Let's go over the hits.
I haven't had time to watch every single map. I don't have details, but the most recent thing that took place. PRX lost to Fnatic.
Now give that big detail, honey.
Give that big detail. That big detail is Alfier, the person who carried them to the finish line last series, was not feeling well. He was under the weather. I think he was in the hospital. So they had to get a sub. The sub was Doma.
The sub was messaged at 9 p.m. the last day.
And I haven't heard that name in a millennium.
Since the last time he was on Fnatic.
And has he even been playing? Has he been on our team?
Yeah, he's playing in challengers.
Oh,
he's on a pretty good team too.
Okay,
I think it's Keelays and Zeke.
Okay, because in my mind, I was under the impression that this guy just has been doing nothing for the last couple years, and he was just like,
no.
I'm coming back
with vengeance.
Anyway, horrible news for my pickums.
Oh, so did you get that news and then change it, or was it always Paper X?
I can't change my pickums. I didn't get the news, but I had Paper X beating Fnatic and then Fnatic going through lowers. And then Paper Rex didn't beat Fnatic with a sub of Chungus.
Yeah.
So I think I underestimated Fnatic.
Honestly, Word to Fnatic's team play. I mean, okay, wait. Word to team play, but word to Chronicle. Did you see the monster performance he put up on the last map? He dropped, I think, 30 kills in a comeback. Like, they were down quite a lot. Like, it was a classic Fnatic comeback. He drops 30. Word's like, that's so resilient. Bro, imagine losing, like, arguably the best player on your team and still winning with the... That is insane.
I can't imagine.
That is insane.
Like, going into a tournament. I mean, we played while you were sick, which is, like, you know, still not great. But, like, imagine we pull up to a tournament. Sorry, Karn has the flu. She can't play.
We gotta call up someone.
Who are we even calling up in that situation?
Bro, they had to call up someone that they played with literally
Several
years prior.
ago.
Bro.
All right, Katsumi. Yo,
no,
hop in, baby girl.
Katsumi, how's your duelist looking? Or something.
How's your jet? How's your Yoru? How's your raise? How's your neon?
Yeah.
So
Jazzy! Wait.
Oh, wait.
100 Thieves.
Ah, shit.
You see what I mean? Like,
Like,
it's actually hard.
No, it'd be really difficult. We'd really have to get Katsumi. So yeah, that happened. Then Heretics and mibr are both out. They're gone, so. Which, sad because Heretics jersey was really, really cute.
A big loss.
Big loss.
A
big
huge
loss
loss
for the jersey
to
game.
pink lovers everywhere.
I mean, I wasn't particularly attached or, like, super fans of either of those two teams, but did you see the performance that Ospas put up? He was like, I do not want to lose this one.
Well, yes, and did you know he was sick?
Ospas was sick?
The whole time. The past 2 days. He broke his own record. He set the last record for most kills in a BO3. And he broke his own record while having the flu or something. He's been sick the whole time.
Wait, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
He went, like, plus 30
so okay, before let me say this before you set your expectations high.
Yes.
If I get COVID this year, if we qualify for champs and I get COVID, don't expect any of that from me. Let's just make that clear. I'm not Ospas. That's his own.
I think he was built in a lab.
Yeah.
I think
to play Valorant.
Yeah. I think there's several players like that, and Ospas is one of them.
Yeah. Ospas, Leo.
Yeah, I would say.
And that's the list.
I would argue Leaf. I would argue Leaf.
Ospas, Leo, and Leaf. That's actually we're low-key making a bomb team.
The L names? I'm going by Lexi from now.
Yeah, take the A off.
Wait. A and L.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Whoa.
If we get an E next and it spells out Alexis, and that's when I hit my peak. That's when I hit my stride.
When it's over.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for the day.
Who's a Valorant player with an E name?
EU. Ethan. Ethan.
And
he could very well win this champs. And I'm high on NRG right now. I'm high on them.
Champs, then he'll also be in the lab conversation. X is hard though.
Yeah.
Is there any player with an X name?
I feel like there is, and we're just forgetting them. Oh, there's a Turkish player. Is it Zeus? Zeus with the X. Yeah.
It is with an X.
He's insane. Oh,
guys,
we're getting there. We're building the super team. The super player.
Anyway, what are your thoughts on Heretics mibr being out?
Honestly, I'm a huge fan of benjyfishy. Word to Benji, that's my goat.
Yo,
from Fortnite.
Can we pause?
Pausing.
Didn't know his last name was actually Fish.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't, it's
found
literally
out this
Fish.
Information yesterday or the day before. I was like, oh my god, it's so funny. I'd be calling him Benjamin Fisherman. And then I went on VOR.
His name quite literally is Benjamin Fish.
Benjamin Fish. Like, I thought the fishy was just like, you know, a little add-on.
Little rhyme.
Yeah, like a little rhyme.
Innocent little rhyme.
Like, he was like, oh, what rhymes with Benji? Fishy.
Duh.
But, nope, last name Fish. How crazy of a last name is that?
That's pretty fire.
Yeah.
I'm really, really sad that my homie lost. Yeah. He's so talented. He's so good. He's so hardworking. Such a great vibe, great teammate. Like, I'm saying that like I'm on the damn team. I'm just observing from the outside, but I can promise.
With Benjyfishy?
I am.
That's your own?
Yeah, I have a story actually. I met Benji in person at Champs, the one in Turkey, the one that Loud won in 2022, Champs 2022. I had dinner next to the guy. Yeah, there was like a lounge I guess everyone went to after the matches and stuff, and I got to talk with him, and he's such a nice kid, bro. Aww. Like, no, Team Heretics kind of like people be hating on him. Okay, I say people. It's like 3 people. Yeah. Girl, no one really be hating on benjyfishy. Really he's nice. Very wholesome. He's very been hard wholesome. To hate on, I can't lie. Yeah.
It's like hating on Boaster.
No, seriously. But imagine like a young baby Boaster. That's Benji. He's so sweet. And I met him and he was so nice to talk to. Yeah. Such a nice kid. I say kid, he's literally an adult now. But in my head, like he's always gonna be like the
little Fortnite
little picture. You've seen the picture of him where he's like yeah, so I'm really sad that he lost. He deserves the world. And also Team Heretics has been through losing a lot. Like they have always been always the bridesmaid, never the bride kind of situation. Yeah. It's always tough.
I thought that they were playing well, to be honest.
I thought so too.
Like compared to their showings regionally, I feel like I feel like they were playing really well.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what did they place in the regional? I don't remember.
Let me look. I don't know.
They did win EWC. They won EWC.
Oh, they did.
They finally beat their
Thieves,
curse, right? But yeah, I think they still have some room to grow, I guess, at champs. But
I mean, they actually, see, like the last 2 games they played regionally was Navi and BBL, and they lost both games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was
I think the whole narrative with Team Heretics is that they are just chokers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, with them winning AWC, you would have thought that they were. This is the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the time yet.
Like, if
I'm
there's
sure
like
we'll
a
be one
team
day.
to lose to, I feel like Paper Rex is not a bad one. You know what I mean?
Also true.
Like that's a good team.
Dude, this top 4 is insane.
I know.
Holy.
I was gonna say these are gonna
crap.
be bangers after bangers after bangers.
This has been the best champs by far.
I agree.
Think. In terms of
so many
form,
comebacks. Oh my god.
Yes.
My pick'ems so far. Okay, pick'em's looking horrible, but my pick'em that has energy winning it all is looking good still.
Dude, no, you might actually be a prophet. I'm not kidding. It's happening. It's one of those strange
I said it after
things.
their first map when
Dude,
they had
yes.
that 11th
She
comeback,
did.
I literally
She
said
actually
energy's
did.
winning it all. It's over. She's over.
It's so weird how you predicted that it's about to happen. You know what's crazy? I was literally saying to Loic, that's Effie's, by the way. I can call him his first name.
Cute.
Okay. I was saying to Loic, I'm like, it's kind of giving when EG won champs.
Yeah.
The stars started to fucking align.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Ethan is the common denominator here, obviously, but like everyone on the team is popping off right when they need to.
Yeah.
Bro, the kill that Som got, the clutch in the
Oh,
1v2,
the
where
1v2?
he aimed at one person who was jumping with a shorty and then killed a guy behind him.
On
That
accident.
That stuff doesn't happen. Like, that's not
Unless
normally.
the stars are aligning.
The stars
in their
are
favor.
fucking aligning. So, NRG to win it all. I'm a believer. You're a believer. Sorry to everyone else. Oh,
sorry to everyone.
really sorry for G2. Have we talked about G2 yet?
Oh, yeah.
That one hurt.
I was not
you know
expecting
me.
that.
I'm a huge G2 fan.
No, Melange is a G2 stan and a nader. I mean, what happened?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
I
Do
don't
they
know.
know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it seemed like they just seem super inconsistent across the board, to be honest.
And I was talking to Caleb. That's Moose, by the way.
If anyone doesn't know.
And I was wondering, like, I wonder if not having Leaf during Americas made a difference. Like, I wonder if that practice that they lost together maybe had an effect.
Do you think so?
I
Even
don't
with
know.
them winning Americas?
That's hard. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. I feel like the competition is obviously like a lot greater at champs than in Americas because they've been doing well in America. So, and I feel like they have a lot of reps against those teams and know how they play to the point where like maybe they didn't need the prac. But like maybe going into champs, maybe that prac was like really important. But maybe it's unrelated and has no effect at all because it's not like Leaf was playing bad by any means.
Yeah, dude, bro.
Like
there's
team
maps
plays
where
off
he
and
was
it-
hard carrying him.
Yeah,
like
that's
that's the
what I'm
only
saying.
reason why they didn't have the map.
So-
Do you think this is the hot take alert? Do you think they need to make roster changes? Because we had the discussion with Sen.
Sen,
I think this is different though.
I think Sen does. Don't get me wrong. I
agree.
think Sen does. I don't think G2 does.
Like, I feel like they have every right piece.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
think
know how
team
they
chemistry
aren't
is their
going
issue
deeper.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's. I don't know what it is.
I don't know, dude. Like,
Okay.
I wish I could tell you. I mean, I'm sure they're like thinking about it and they have no clue and they're trying to figure it out.
But here's the thing. I think Sen is thinking about roster changes. I don't think G2's thinking about roster changes. From the outside, who has zero idea what
Who
the hell
would
they're
you
talking about.
even change? Like
That's what
on
I'm
Sen,
saying.
there's a different number of things you could argue.
Right.
G2, bro. You have best in slot for like every person in your region.
Here's my gag. Because I saw a lot of people clowning on Jonah P because he played pretty
Oh
poorly
my
last
god,
time.
bro.
Okay.
Don't piss me
guys.
off. Don't piss me off.
Guys, listen to a single G2 comms video. I urge you. I beg you to do that.
I beg you.
Because
you would not be
Jonah
making
P's
those
value
arguments otherwise.
is 800 times more than the amount of kills he gets. Bro could get 0 kills, still have insane high impact. And I feel like people don't understand that. They just look at the leaderboard, they're like, bro got 2 kills, bro sucks. And obviously stats play a part in like winning or losing a game, but we know that guy has impact. So that's why I don't think it's a matter of like, okay, we need to change this out for someone who can frag. Like Jonah P has like second impact to Valen because he's like secondary calling, you know. So
I completely agree. I don't know. It seems corny, but like they just need to keep going. I think they just need more time together. Like clearly, I mean, they've already had a lot of time together, but bro, they're obviously capable, bro.
Yeah.
They could have won Bangkok. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened for Toronto, to be honest. But, like, they clearly have something. I don't know if it's, like, a mental block.
I mean, they're making each of these tournaments. You know what I mean? It's not like they're flopping.
It's so sad because, like, the way I like how they play Valorant.
Yeah.
Like, high percentage, that you watch any of their games and everything, it makes sense what they're doing, why they're doing it, most of the time. Obviously, every team has their hiccups.
Every team has a flop.
Yeah, but, like, you can tell they view, their view of the game is so, like, correct.
Yeah, I agree.
And they still flop.
They play very high percentage Valorant, which I love.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Just want to go ahead and thank the sponsor of today's podcast.
Yep.
Tundra Wolf, Lush,
Tundra
Arby's.
Yes.
Red Bull sponsor us. I know you fucking with
Hey, let me know.
Tell your shit,
Let me know.
Can we talk about something?
No. Why would we do that? Do you think we're, like, on a podcast or something? Jesus Christ.
So can I bring up what I was going to say?
I mean, go ahead. Might as well.
Yeah, okay. So I want to tell a story.
Okay.
I've told this story on stream before, but I think it's important for the Duo Cuties to know this. So last boot camp, this was in, like, May. It was around Melody's birthday. Yeah, I remember your birthday, May 26th, 2000.
Thanks.
And I was hanging out with Karn because we shared a room at this boot camp. And we had ordered food or something, and there was, like, a vegetable on her plate or something that she didn't know what it was. I think it was, like, pickled radish or something like that.
She didn't know what pickled radish is?
No, it was something.
She's
Asian. Something that
Asian.
was pickled, and I think maybe she didn't recognize it. I'm not sure. And I was just explaining, like, because I don't think she knew what the process of pickling something was. And she was like, oh, can every vegetable be pickled? And I was like, well,
what?
In some cases, like, yeah, like, you can pickle
Oh my god,
stuff.
it's this story. Okay, I'm locking it.
I was like, yeah, you can pickle a lot of stuff. I mean, technically, pickling is just, you know, when you soak a vegetable in a brine, like a vinegar brine, and then it becomes pickled after, you know, a period of time.
A pickle is just a cucumber that has been fermented.
Right. So, and I used that as an example. I was like, well, that, you know, a pickle is just a cucumber.
The OG.
It's just a cucumber that has been sitting in vinegar and, you know, soaks up the vinegar and the spices and whatever. And she said, what? She said, huh? And I said, well, a pickle is just a cucumber. Just a cucumber sits in vinegar. It's just cucumber. She goes, huh?
So what did she think it was?
I said, well, what did you think a pickle was? And she's like, well, I just thought a pickle was a pickle.
It just grew naturally?
She thought a pickle just grew from, like, a tree or a plant.
Okay.
And she thought that's where it came. She thought where a pickle came from. So a cucumber was one thing and a pickle was another thing.
Yeah.
She did not know the two were intertwined.
Connected in some way.
Now, fast forward to yesterday.
Oh my god, you're going to tell this part. I was going to say this after if you were going to bring it up.
Fast forward to quite literally yesterday.
Brace yourselves, everybody.
I say, Karn, what's a pickle? As a joke, right? I'm just trying to rage bait her, right? I'm just rage baiting. I say, yo, Karn, what's a pickle? She goes, I actually don't know.
Wait, what? Okay, I didn't know this happened. Hello?
She said, I actually don't remember. Can you tell me? I don't remember.
Just look at it. Look at it.
It's a cucumber, babe. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Karn is really funny sometimes because it will just be something so random that she doesn't know. Like, what's the IRS?
Now, fast forward to 2 days ago. Fast forward to 2 days ago, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Now, this is not a hate on Karn party.
Not at all. We love Karn so much.
So funny, unintentionally sometimes.
Yes.
So, me and Karn, so we're not sharing a room, but we be hanging out because we're in the same building. So we'll be hanging out and we'll watch, like, Love is Blind together and we'll get food together, whatever. So she was in my room. She was actually, we were curling each other's hair, as girls do. And we were just talking, and I was like, "Oh, did you see the results of Keo's IRS-a-thon?"
IRS-a-thon,
yes,
right.
because Keo
because we had discussed
it did an IRS-a-thon. He raised like $11,000 for his taxes, I think, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so crazy that he raised $11,000
right
to pay the IRS." She goes, "Wait, what's the IRS?" I said, "What do you mean?" And then she goes, "Like Minecraft?" Then what I instantly did was go like this, and I said, "Hang on, repeat that for me." And I recorded a video of her saying this. I'm not gonna put the video on screen, but yeah, she was like, "Well, it's like Minecraft, right? Like It's like an abbreviation in Minecraft. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, HC in Minecraft is hardcore. So it's like IRS Minecraft. And I was like, what does the IRS mean? She's like, I don't know.
Mind you, they were not talking about Minecraft in this conversation.
No,
at all.
Did not come up.
She just randomly stumbled upon Minecraft in her explanation. She's like, it's like Minecraft, right?
Yes, so Karn
like it's a high pixel server or something. No. Like it's some sort of game mode.
Yep. Now, when I sent this video to Melange, the cackle you cockled. The cockle you cackled. Melange sent me probably 8 voice memos in a row, and I was like, I was playing them to Karn, right? So I'm playing them, and it's just Mel going, and then I'm like, oh, Karn, there's a new voice memo. Play it again. And you're just like laughing over and over and over, and it was so funny. And then what did Karn say to you after she laughed? Or you laughed?
Okay, so she said Dive has a course on how to not omen blind your teammates, or how to omen blind the opponent. And I was like, oh.
And she was like, I think that he still has some slots open if you want to apply.
Yeah. And I was like, that's when I stopped cackling. That's when shit got serious.
Right.
And then I said, I don't want to say what I said.
No, you got it, because we said what Karn said.
Because I don't remember what I said.
You don't remember?
Well, I actually don't remember what I said.
Can I give you a keyword?
Go ahead.
Stuns.
Ooh, yeah. I said, girl, you got to show up to class tomorrow. I think there's an exam in the Dive class of studying your teammates, and I think you really need this A. You really need this A because you're gonna ace that test. You're gonna do really well.
Yeah. So there was some inner beef in the SR.
Over the IRS. Over the
IRS. And that could be a common enemy, you guys.
Yeah.
Government, if you're watching this, that was a joke.
Didn't mean it like that at all.
That was a joke. I pay my taxes, not on
the
time,
metaphorical.
but I do pay my taxes.
Correct.
And I love the IRS. I think that they're doing great.
It's important to have taxes. Yeah. Infrastructure and such. We would never advocate for anything like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Okay.
How old are you?
25.
Right. So, what are your thoughts on, like, having a driver's license? Do you think it's overrated, underrated? What?
Cut the show. Or cut the audio. We're done. We're done here.
What do you mean?
We're done here. The episode's over. Bye, guys. Thank you guys for coming to the DuoQ podcast. It's been a pleasure.
What?
I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night.
What are you talking about?
Peace.
We have 30 minutes left.
Deuces. You have 30 minutes left. I'm out of here.
I just wanted to know your thoughts on, like, do you think it's important? Do you think it's unimportant?
I think driver's licenses are deeply offensive to me.
Oh.
In my lifestyle. They're deeply offensive.
Why is that?
Cars are bad for the environment anyway.
But you fly a private jet, so...
Ooh, not too much. Okay, here's my tea. If you don't know, I don't have a driver's license. But I don't have a car either, so I'm not illegally driving. Never had a car.
Okay, yeah, that's good clarification.
Yeah, just make sure that's out there.
Okay.
Again, I do not condone anything illegal on this show.
Right.
But no, I don't have a driver's license. Comment down below if you don't have a driver's license. Let's find each other, because I know there's a lot of us out there.
Let's start a support group.
Especially the bisexuals.
Not me, though. I got mine.
Oh, okay. All the bisexuals. You guys, I know you guys don't have a driver's license. The masks, I know you guys don't have a driver's license. Go ahead and see. I'll see you in the comments later. Okay. I know you guys don't have one. Okay. So let's not make fun of me too much.
Right.
But yeah, I just never had to, I just use public transport. Transport? Hello?
Sure. Public transport.
Public transport. I used public transit when I was growing up. I just took like the city bus. I walked around. And you know what? It stayed with me. I still only take public transit and walk around. And I Uber. And I Uber.
You don't need one.
It is a walkable city.
I think it would be more inconvenient to have a car.
I agree. Parking is really annoying, and it just looks anxiety-inducing. But also, I did, even in a non-walkable city, I'd make it work. Yeah. I was walking in the Texas heat in those summers. I was making it fucking work. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have one. I don't even know when I'm gonna get one. I might be 30. That's.
I mean, if you live in Toronto, then there's no need. It's not like there's an age cap.
I mean, what is like the latest I can get a driver's license?
There's no age cap. Oh, well, in Canada, is there?
I don't know. I hope not. Maybe one day I do want to drive. That'd be useful. It'd be a useful skill.
Have you ever driven a car?
I have I had a permit. Well, I was studying for a permit. Listen, I know how driving works, okay? yeah. Put your thing on the handles. You know what the signs mean. This is the brake. This is the accelerator. Park, emergency brake, signals. I'm already better than most California drivers.
You did signal here is here. Signals
here. Windshield wipers. And then
signal.
Maybe you just flip it so I look like I did it properly.
Okay, wait. Here's the thing. Which way would be left? Which way would be right for you?
Right is like when you push it up. Left is when you push it down. Honk for when people are in your way. Get out of the way.
Hey, I'm walking. No, that would be if you're out of the car. Never mind.
I'm driving here. So why are you bringing that up?
I literally, in my notes, I just put driver's license.
Cool. You could have said it was like your favorite song or something.
No, we know your favorite song. Do you want to talk about the Lorde concert? Ooh, she gripped that microphone.
We went to see Lorde last week. And I truly believe
jump.
So that was Lorde at the concert. When Rips came on, jump. Yeah. It's
running our blood.
Whew, you hit that.
You're the only friends I need.
You're the only friend I need. Shakers like little kids. They're mad like little kids. Laugh until our ribs get tough. Okay. Can I do one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't.
Okay.
Never mind. I don't want to disrespect my queen, Ella,
aka
Lorde.
Give the rundown of the concert.
Sorry?
Give the rundown of the concert.
So, begged Loic, hey, listen, I go to one concert a year. Last year it was Sweet Pill.
Why is our producer laughing? Pipe down, babe.
No, she's
our manager,
giggling. Yeah, our manager, Lyka's.
She started laughing when we said begged Loic because she knows we did.
Yeah, because I did. And he only gave it to me because, he said, Sarafrax is going, go ahead. Only because Sarah's going.
That's the only reason, by the way. What he said. Listen, this is the ranking that Loic gave us of the team.
Yeah.
Sarafrax.
Like in his favorites.
Yes, of his favorites. Sarafrax.
Yeah.
Dodonut. Me. Nicole Malone.
I'm honestly happy with being last because it's like people don't have expectations for me.
But that's why we need to get like this with Sarafrax to get anything that we want. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
exactly.
But
so in this case, Sarafrax was like, I'd be down to come. I said yes, and then I asked Loic, and he's like, go ahead. So we pull up. I'm wearing my fit. I've been planning it for like 2 days.
Oh my god, guys!
If you guys don't know, Lorde,
I was on my hands and knees barking like a dog.
She was
barking like a dog.
This is true. Lorde.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about it.
No, you're good. Okay. She's one of 2 artists where I know the lyrics to all of her discography. One is Sweet Pill. 2 is Lorde. Yes. Lorde, I've known longer than Sweet Pill. Too. I have last year. Like I go to one concert a year, guys. I live within my means. Okay. We pull up. Instantly, we walk in. I'm like, whoa! I've never been to a concert this size before. There's hella people. I said, Nicole, hello. Nicole wasn't even there. Lexi and Sarah are also like, wait, pause. I don't think I've been to a concert with this many people.
No, I've only been to like underground ass concerts, like Crown the Empire. I feel like capacity of Scotiabank is 19,800,
and she wasn't using the whole thing. It's like 3/4, right? Yeah. But so like 15K.
Capacity of shows that I've been to is like maybe 1,000.
Yeah.
At biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very large.
There's so many people. Yeah. And then she starts immediately. I'm not seated the entire time. I don't think I
think you didn't sit down once.
I sat down for Big Star. It's the song about her dog dying, so I did sit for that. That was not like a jam out happy go song. That was like a sit, listen, cry maybe a little bit. But yeah, she played the hits. I was so happy. I've listened to every album. She honestly, for me, there was before Lorde and after Lorde. That my life has changed significantly for the better after that concert. So if you are a Lorde fan, yes, we are an AL. We are currently at 0 AL.
Yep, 0 AL.
0 AL, September 29th or something today. Yep. It was honestly such a great concert. I loved it. I honestly, I would consider. No, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. No, I will. I would consider going again to her New York show and being in the pit. I'm not kidding. It was
would you stand
amazing.
On the line that she walks through the crowd?
Yes. Yeah. She walks through the crowd at one point and people are very respectful. All the videos I've seen of her doing it on tour, no one has been grabbing her. So Lorde fans are pretty normal. Yeah. I think Lorde is one of the few people I'm very parasocial with. I'm not parasocial. You know this. Vouch. Yeah. Can you vouch for me?
Vouch.
I'm not parasocial.
You don't even really stand.
I don't stand.
You're not a big stander.
I'm just I like supporting people and I'm at a healthy distance or we're oomphs or we're friends. Lorde is someone that I am a little parasocial for. That I'm like, yep, that's queen. Like, if I could meet her, I would be shaking fully. Not that that's parasocial. That's completely separate. I just would be very nervous around her. Right. And that's fine. Yeah, really enjoyed the concert. If you're a Lorde fan and you are debating whether to get tickets, I would recommend. It was such a great concert. The visuals were sick.
Here's the gag. I'm not a Lorde stan. Not even sort
She just came for me, to be honest.
I just
to
came
support
from
me.
Melange to have fun. And
Yeah.
that shit was bumping low key. Like,
it was.
Honestly, even as someone who wasn't a Lorde fan, the visuals were really, really cool. I actually ended up liking a lot of the songs and added them to my playlist when before. I didn't really like have like a Lorde in my playlist. But I really liked a lot of songs. I thought the concert was really fun. Everyone was really
People
nice.
were like actually pretty energetic.
Yeah, it was very energetic. It wasn't like everyone was sat and just like low key. Like everyone was jumping.
For a Lorde concert.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that.
No, you wouldn't think that when listening to her music that everyone would be jumping except maybe Ribs, I guess. But like, everyone was jumping the whole time.
You would be surprised. I feel like... Oop, there's my thought. Watch it go.
Wait.
Watch it fly away.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay. No, we'll find it later, I'm sure.
Okay.
Come back.
Yeah, that was a Lorde concert. It was really lit. It was really lit.
Yeah.
It was really lit. It was really lit.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember it.
Oh.
It felt like it was like a karaoke party with like, you were just kind of like jumping or like, it's kind of like you were dancing in your room listening to music by yourself, but it was with everybody.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe of the concert. Like she was very much like doing, it wasn't like overly choreographed. It wasn't this big like Great Gatsby or like, don't go into it expecting like a Chapel Roan or Sabrina Carpenter like production where there's 10 dancers and like super choreographed. Like it was very raw and like, dude, she was very much up there dancing around like you would in your bedroom.
Yeah, she has like no makeup on. Like,
she's super like nonchalant. She's
just
chalant.
A white tee and some jeans. You know what I mean?
It kind of matched the energy of the crowd. I don't know. It felt really wholesome. It felt great.
Agreed.
That was my thought. It came back.
Nice. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about things that aren't Valorant or real life related? I had this as a topic for last week.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the nocries situation in Counter-Strike?
No.
Oh my god. Be seated, everyone. Everyone,
I'm sad.
even if you're not into CS, I think you will like this.
Okay.
So there's this guy. I might be telling this horribly, so any CS fans, go ahead and correct me in the comments.
Go ahead and clock her T in the comments.
Go ahead and clock my T in the comments.
Okay. Yeah.
So nocries is this kid who's been playing Face, and he's rank 1 on Face at North America.
Like an FPL or just like...
No, not even FPL.
just
like
normal
the
Faceit?
yeah,
Okay.
pretty like ranked, right? Like
Okay.
oops, sorry, the leaderboard's pretty much. And he was like 2.2k elo or something, and then he shot up to like 4k elo, which is like rank 1 highest elo pretty much. In like the span of like a couple months or something, out of nowhere.
That's really quick. Okay.
And like he's been blowing up because people have been playing against this guy in their lobbies, and this guy's hitting like crazy shots, but it's just like his game sense. Like he's clearing like high lows, like things that people don't normally clear, like things that are hard to read. And so people have been accusing him of cheating. They're like, what the fuck is this guy doing cheating? And he's been posting clips of like, you know how there's like a demo system in CS. What? Sorry. I know Valorant just got a demo system.
We got one now, guys.
They got replays.
We're fine. We got replays now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll post the replays, and like, you know how in Faceit, you can hear both teams talking?
Yeah.
So he'll post his highlights from the perspective of the other team, and everyone in the lobby is like, this guy's cheating. This is like a high MMR lobby, right? And so he's just like aura farming. He, by the way, like, oh, I wish we could pull up tweets and stuff like that on this. His tweets are like, he's just hella aura farming.
Really?
Yeah, like the shortest
like,
tweets ever.
And then it's like the video.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes, stuff like that. And so everyone's calling him a fucking cheater.
Right.
This guy is world renowned now. Like the entire world cares about him now, out of nowhere because of his meteoric rise. And then FPL, not FPL, Faceit does the thing they did with Rops back in the day. If you don't know who Rops is like an insane player in CS, major winner. He's on Team Vitality. He was on FaZe before, very accomplished player. But when he was on the come up, he was accused of cheating. And so Faceit, the tournament organizer, the one that had the plug systems and stuff, they were like, come to our headquarters and prove you're not cheating.
Ooh.
That's what they did to Rops. And so they did the same thing to this guy. They said, nocries, come to our headquarters in New York, I think.
They got headquarters in New York?
I don't know. They got headquarters.
Okay.
Bro, I think it's in New York.
An NA player?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he shows up and he plays well. Some say he even played better than he did online. And he's on the FPL, not the FPL setup, sorry, the Faceit setup. And they haven't, I'm not sure, that's the time of recording of this podcast, I'm not sure if they've actually cleared his name. if they've been like, he's not cheating. But so far from the eye test, he's playing on a brand new setup. Doesn't look like he's cheating.
Like
he's playing. Oh, he got an invite to FPL.
Ooh.
Then played FPL on stream at the headquarters.
Well, why would Faceit invite him to FPL if he wasn't cleared? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess why would they do that? They would be like tainting their own system,
right.
The integrity of their own system. But yeah,
wow.
People are now saying he's not cheating. He's just God's gift to the game.
Like donk levels.
Yes,
is he a young kid, or he's like,
yes,
okay.
He's like 18, 19.
Okay, that's a big
bro. He's this Mongolian. Okay, ready? Get this. This guy is like the super human of CS. He's Russian Mongolian who speaks English and Russian. People thought he was Russian before he came. Yeah. I'm not sure if he was like.
And he lives in NA.
Yeah, I think he's here for school.
Oh my god.
Or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And I think a lot of people thought he was Russian because he has like a Russian accent, but he's Mongolian. He's like ethnically Mongolian, but he's Russian.
That's so cool.
Nationality wise, yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Bro, this guy,
crazy.
Oh my god, if he's actually as good as they say, he could play on so many different teams. He could play on a
Here's
Russian team, an English
so
team. I don't know if he knows Mongolian actually, but I'm thinking he could probably play on a Mongolian team. Bro, he's literally like the next big thing.
Yeah.
Like all the parallels are being made right now with Donk and Kiyosaki with this kid. But not to put a drag on everything. The one thing that a lot of people are saying is like, okay, he's farming NA plebs. NA is famously pretty bad.
But everyone says that.
CS.
Okay, everyone said that about Stewie 2K too, and he's a major winner. So.
True. I think it's still very difficult to have the stats he's having, even against plebs. Like he has incredible stats.
Yeah. I mean, even top players don't hit like 4,000 EO on bases. So.
Now, my T is like, okay, I don't think he's cheating, but who am I? I don't even follow CS. I just give people the benefit of the doubt. But there's been a lot of discourse starting. And I think you could easily apply this to Valorant, where it's like, when people cheat and they get caught, it's normally pretty obvious that they're cheating.
Yeah.
Because, like, girl, it's obvious.
Or
like,
even when
it's
they
like
just
a blatant
get
name lock.
suspected, it's like, okay, you can just take a look at, like, a demo or two and be like, okay, you know, he's blatant, or, like...
Yeah, like, the aim is literally locking onto the head.
Yeah.
But I saw this one Twitter thread. I can't remember who started it. Sorry. If you're watching the pod and you
drop a comment
go ahead and
below.
drop a comment. Yeah. This person was like, but imagine, okay, if you're a bad player and you cheat, it's obvious. But imagine if you were like a good player. Like imagine if you were Radiant in Valorant already.
Yeah.
And you just cheated a little bit on important rounds.
Because then you would know what would be too obvious. And what would be acceptable. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
just to even think about. This is not a pod where I'm accusing anyone of cheating, by the way. I can't think of anybody.
No.
Obviously. I don't want to start a witch hunt either.
But it would be interesting, like, okay, say you're a Radiant level player and you're cheating, and it's
theoretically.
like, okay, say you have wall hacks and you're running out A main
or
on
radar.
a set.
What is it? DMA that people use nowadays?
Yeah, I don't even
radar,
know.
something like that. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, someone's playing Jen on A, and it's like, you are still clearing all the obvious angles because you know what the obvious angles are, but then you know for a fact that person's Jen, you're gonna be so ready for them.
Exactly. And who's gonna be sus of you clearing Jen?
Yeah, that's
like you being in a little extra aware of Jen.
It's like, it's a common spot. Well, you remember, you know?
Right. Exactly.
If you were a cheater, say you this was you in this scenario.
Yeah.
And Faceit or Riot was like, come to our headquarters. Would you do it, or would you be like, nah, I'm not doing that? Because then it's obvious you're a cheater. Mm-hmm. Or would you be like, what can I get out of this? And then go to the headquarters?
I would go.
You would
I would go and turn them shits off, is what I would do. I would turn it off and just hope that I could get by on what I did before.
Yeah.
And I would just hope. Yeah. I would hope a little bit. That's what if I was, which I'm not, but if I did. if you were going to game the system.
Wait, I just thought of a story.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry to interrupt this.
No.
Do you remember that one time? I think you were doing a charity stream of some kind, and one of the donation goals that you had was to prank call Laura, and you prank called Laura, and you told her that you were cheating in Valorant. Do you remember what she said or how that call went? Oh, I can't really remember, but she was like, "What?" I remember her being really shook, and she was like, "No, you're not," or something like that. I remember her being so supportive. She was like, "Oh, it's okay. Like, maybe they'll unban you. Maybe they'll understand." Like. She was trying so hard. Shout out Laura. Yeah, no, okay. When I called her, I was like fake crying, no, your acting was really good. I remember your acting was really good. Yeah, and so like from her perspective, I'm sure she's not pro cheating, but she was pro Melange's mental health, and so she was like trying to get me to calm down because I was faking very hard that I was literally bawling my eyes out, having a panic attack. Honestly, maybe an elf friend from me. Like, why would I prank her like that? That's horrible. No, that was quite funny. game. It was actually quite funny.
But she was very like, oh my god, stop, like, it's okay, chill out. Like, I'm sure, like, everything will work out.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be fine, no matter
her
what.
Her response was very sweet. I just thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
She was like, girl, no, you didn't.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, cheating, boo cheaters, you suck.
Boo,
You're lame. You're actually so lame. You get no huzz.
Tomato. Yeah.
Riveting. Oh, okay. Actually, one more thing I'll say.
Yes.
Honestly, before he went to the headquarters, I will say that it did seem a little bit sus because apparently there's a rumor that he like land dodged. And it's like, that's, bro, if you're accused of cheating and you land dodge, and then they found out he was like saying, oh, I have to do something in Miami. He said something was important that was going on. And then the next day, during the LAN, that he said he couldn't attend because he was busy. He was literally playing Pugs all day or something. This is a rumor. I don't know if it's true. But I was like, okay, yeah. See, stuff like that doesn't build up a good character. You know what I'm saying? Not good character, a good profile of whether you're a cheater or not.
Sorry, I just poked you.
I didn't feel it.
If you're accused of cheating, you gotta go to the LAN. I feel
you
like
gotta at least do that.
Separate things, like, okay, if you land dodge because your cat doesn't feel good, like, I totally get that. And then you play Pugs all day, I guess.
Wait.
Hi.
Hold my hand when I say this. Do Valorant players, this is really stupid, do Valorant players know the concept of land dodging? Because there aren't that many, like,
I don't know
small scale
land dodges,
lands.
right?
Because we just don't have that many lands.
Yeah.
So, like,
There's
okay, do you want to explain it?
I mean, yeah, land
For people that don't know what land dodging is.
Land dodging is when, like, you have a team, you qualify, you're, like, invited to go to a LAN. Usually it's, like, a small, it's not like champs.
There's, like, tier 2 lands. Like, tier 3, like, $1,500 land.
You tell your team, yeah, I'll be there, don't worry about it, I'm on the way. And then you show up, it's time to play, and you're not there, you've land dodged.
You've dodged. It's like dodging a rank game, but instead it's way worse because it's actually real life.
It's actually real life, and all of your teammates likely spent, like, hours getting to the venue. I remember at CS, a lot of these lands, like, people drove, like, 6 to 8 hours just to show up and have fun and play with their friends. So, like, if you land dodge, you're low-key a loser.
No, people fucking hated land dodgers. Yeah. They hated them.
And it was like
people spent money on flights and everything. Yes, it was. And it's like, okay, you could go into the details of why would someone land dodge. Like, maybe they're insecure. They don't want to go around being around people, which is fine. If you're insecure, if you don't want to be around people, you don't be perceived, you're valid. What's not valid is, how about not say you're going to fucking go? Just don't give people, like, say, no, I'm not going. Yeah. Like, way in advance. And then, like, you kind of do have to accept the consequences of a certain point. Like, let's say if you're trying to be, like, competitive in the game, at some point, if you're trying to go pro and you're land dodging all the time, you kind of are inviting people to kind of, like, poke fun at you and be like, you're a land dodger. You're kind of, you must be cheeks or something. Like, why are you not showing up to land?
Do you want to know something funny that's in the vein of that?
Yeah.
I remember my first 2 Fragadelphias that I went to. I think it was Frag 10 and 11. And this is in Counter-Strike. This was when I was quite literally 14. Yeah. Yes, my first LAN I was 14. And then I was 15, I think. And I remember my parents, like, they didn't want to stay the 2 days in Philly for this LAN. And my mommy and my daddy had to drive me because I was 14 years old, obviously.
Obviously.
And if you guys know Thea.
Yes, your teammate at the time.
Thea was my first LAN teammate ever.
Queen.
And I remember telling her, and I was like, hey, my mommy and my daddy don't want me to stay the whole time. Aww. And then I was like, can I play the first day and then you can get a sub for the second day so I can still play? And she was like, yeah, that's okay. So yeah, that was my first LAN experience. So technically I'm a land dodger.
Okay, no, you literally made the effort that you could to attend the first day. You were a baby.
There's nothing I can do if my mommy and my daddy don't want to stay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's such crazy lore.
Yeah.
She was teammates with Thea before me, guys. Can we get some broken hearts in the chat? JK, that was a joke.
You had other teammates before me too.
Did I though?
Yeah.
Girl, when?
You went to LANs at the same time.
I did actually. You're right. No, you clocked me. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Bro, if you saw some of the Melange CS montages, you would be shook.
No.
You would be literally
No, if they saw some of you're literally a higher rank than me, guys. I was like,
but
rank C.
You were way flashier than I was, though. Like, you actually had some flashy clips.
I low-key want to play like that again. You know who's inspired me recently? Hyunmin. I don't know how to say the name properly. On DRX, the duelist player, bro. His aim, I watched this video of, like, behind the scenes, like, he was warming up, and I'm not kidding, bro, he's moving his shit like this.
Yeah.
Girl, he plays, like, 0.2800 DPI or 0.1600 DPI or something, I don't know. But, like, I was seeing that, and I'm like, oh, it makes me wish when I used to just throw my arm around. I'd be moving my thing, I'd be moving, like, you know how Mako, I'm not sure if you saw Mako, bro, he plays low sense, and he uses his wrist only, he's just doing this.
Yeah,
I can't.
Move your wrist a lot.
Yeah, but I honestly miss when I used to be like, bro, the old mouse cam videos of me
I
back
know,
in Valorant.
They used to be crazy.
They used to be crazy. Yeah. What happened to her? Bring her back. I've been actually DMing trying to be more like flashy.
Guys, if I told you, if I gave you $1 for every time Melange changed her sense, you'd probably be a millionaire.
Invest now.
Invest now.
Invest now.
Invest
because
now.
it's not stopping anytime soon. It's beating inflation.
I try to get her to stop.
It's beating inflation.
Stop. She never stops.
I'm sorry, it's fun. You know what? Games are meant to be played for fun, and I find it fun. And I just find it fun changing my sense. I just do.
3 times since Valorant has existed.
Yeah.
And every single time it has been when I changed mouse, and then it felt different. So I try and get it.
So it
back
always
to
aligned with something logical.
Yes. Meanwhile, she'll change mouse pad in the middle of practice and be like, this like one dust particle kind of threw me off.
I don't do that anymore though. I've gotten a lot better. Can you admit over the years I've gotten a lot better? Give me an admit. Come on.
It's
Give
hard
me some
to say
credit.
because like we weren't like IRL all the time. So, but like I remember at last champs, you were literally changing mouse pad in the practice.
That's actually true. I'm trying to not do that.
I think in the following boot camps.
Yeah.
But you still do change your sense. Mel, oh my god, Mel 1 week ago, literally, why did anyone ever let me change off of high sense? Mel, quite literally, 3 days ago when we had scrims, yo, who told me to play high sense? I'm literally a low sense player. Who let that happen? Girl, you. Girl, you
I'm
did
avoiding accountability at every corner. So, I exist in circles alone. I avoid corners of accountability. Sorry. Sue me. I find it fun. Okay, to be fair though, I changed it within like, I have like 3-4 comfort senses, okay? I used to change between a range of 0.18 to 0.48.
I know, that's still your sense command.
Bad.
That's still your sense command.
And it's not as relevant. I now change between 0.28, 0.32, 0.25. I keep it between those 3. Yeah. Oh, with the 1 at the end because I want to be different, but like, yeah.
You never go up to 0.4 anymore?
No, like, I know myself now. I get, like, wrist problems when I go too high. Yeah. It gets a little bit annoying. And it's a consistency issue for me.
I thought you were still going from, like, 0.4 to 0.2. And I feel like
sometimes I do it for fun. But those aren't serious. Those are not, like, those are my side. Like, those are my side senses, not my mains.
I just have too much anxiety because I think I would, in my mind, if I change my sense that drastically, if I want to go back, I can't anymore because now I'm used to the high sense and now nothing will feel normal or the same ever again.
That's a valid concern to have. And I think you should continue to just stay on your own sense because opening up that box, Pandora's box, you don't get to go back.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't need more variables.
No,
I got enough with the 16 agents that I play. You know what I mean?
That's a good ass point. See, that matters more than sense. I think, fun fact about me, if you look at Champs 2023 in Brazil, the one that we won, I actually changed my sense in the middle of like the final versus Team Liquid because up to that point I was playing on like 0.69 800 DPI. I'm not even kidding. Literally, because for fun, if it's the big dot crosshair, like the square one that Boaster's using, I was playing on 0.69 800 DPI. Yeah, for leading up to that event.
Now, why did you do that, baby girl?
Oh, you want the honest answer?
Yeah.
I was watching Something's VODs back then. I was watching a lot of Forsaken VODs back then. And they play at points above 0.68 DPI. And I was like 0.69 lols. And then I made that my sense.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Well, in my head, it's because I wanted to actually think less about my sense. And so I actually committed to that high as fuck sense for a while. Because in my head, I was like, bro, it's like riding a bicycle. Like to me, I don't know if you get this vibe. Whenever I ride a bicycle, if I just look another direction, I just start moving over there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Bro, am I crazy? If you guys also feel this, yo, drop it down in the chat. Drop it down in the comments
below.
You don't even have to turn it. I will just be there somehow. And I'm like, what? How does it even fucking work?
Yeah.
My arms are moving. I don't even know it.
You feel that way with your sense as well?
When I play a high enough sense, that happens to me. Where I can just look at a head and go, boop. And I can trust that I'm just naturally, my hand is going to make the 1 centimeter adjustment properly. See, that's the thing and I trust it.
You have more range where you can make an oopsie.
Exactly. Yeah. So here's the tea. So here I am in the final. You can literally see me change my sense on Haven. There's a round on defense on Haven versus Team Liquid Brazil where I'm playing backplat on C. And I'm like, whoa, I'm whiffing. And I change my sense. And immediately after, I think I get like a 2K on like a garage player that I would not have gone if I played high sense.
In the middle of the round, you changed it?
Either the middle of the round or the beginning of the round.
Wow.
Because I'm like, I can't do this. I'm sick right now. I can't trust myself. I don't know why I did that though. I never did that again. I never played on the Hive of Sense. That was a little bit crazy. I don't do that anymore.
We needed one episode. I don't know. We only have a couple minutes here left, but one episode we need to get into.
You should like my therapist. We got a couple minutes left in our session. Sorry.
No, you're so right. Why'd I say that? We should get into your experience in Brazil being sickly. Because I know a lot of people.
So we're gonna do 2 COVID stories, episode 1 and episode 2.
Stop getting COVID, and we won't have to have more COVID stories.
That's a good ass point you just made. Okay, picture this. Grand final day. And I know I've been a little under the weather, right, but not too crazy. Yeah. But I take a test just to make sure because I want to keep my friends safe. Yeah. Okay. Not my first time being sick.
There was a point where someone else was sick, and so everyone was testing every day at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that person didn't even end up being sick, by the way.
Yeah. It wasn't out of the ordinary for like us to be
COVID rather.
Either.
Yeah. Oh, at the event, multiple people were sick, and then several of them tested for COVID. So Ravania got COVID. Yeah. And like I personally think there were some irresponsible people at the event that had COVID and
We're not masking up.
We're not masking up, and we're not they were interacting in public spaces where other players were, and they weren't isolating. Yeah. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say names, obviously, but it was very irresponsible. I feel like on the individuals, I don't think nothing that Riot could have done. Obviously, this is purely an individual thing.
You can't make someone stay in the room, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah. And obviously they don't have surveillance on everyone. Yeah. But unfortunately, at least I think that. And I woke up and I was super sick, and I was like, that can't be COVID, right? Because, people have been sick a little bit. Yeah. Tested positive for COVID. And I was like, no, that's got to be a false positive, right? Tested again. Nope, I have COVID. And I was like, oh my God, bro, this can't be real. I can't remember what I said in the Discord with you guys. I remember messaging our player handler, Aloe, and being like, hey, this happened. And she was helping me facilitate, like, taking more tests and stuff like that. Yeah. And so immediately, they started making moves on getting me into the COVID room. So I took a completely different shuttle. I left at a completely different time than everyone else. This is really fucking unfortunate because I really like seeing my teammates. I really love spending time with you guys.
That when I found that out, I started bawling.
You did? I can't remember if you told me that or not. You started crying?
Yeah, when I found out you had COVID, I started bawling. And then Loic started... Because I feel like when you're not there, I become the emotional anchor. And then he saw me crying, and I was like... And Effie was like...
No, we do. Did Loic actually say that?
No, he so the team speech that he did...
Which I didn't get to hear any. I didn't get to hear the team speech, by the way. Anything that she's talking about, I was not there for. I'm hearing this right now. The team speech that
he did when we were all together in the prac room, like after we all shuttled there and everything, and we had a team speech, and this is after I was like done crying or whatever. And he was like he was doing a speech, but he was making a lot of eye contact with me. And then like afterwards, I found out he was like, yeah, most of that was directed at you, baby girl. And I was like, he didn't call me baby girl. That's just something I say. Loic Savage did not call me
That's
baby
just something
girl.
She ad-libbed.
Sorry, I just
That's
ad-libbed
not,
that.
Yeah.
And because it was a lot of like, don't worry, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
None of you guys are sick. Melange is fine.
Me, not fine, by the way.
No, but like, you got to fake it till you make it type shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't great for us either.
Dap. Yeah. So yeah, I got in the vehicle. That's when I started crying, was on the shuttle there.
Yeah, and you had to take a shuttle all by yourself.
I had to take a shuttle by myself, obviously. And then I was bawling a little bit. I was letting out, there's a lot of emotions. I was speaking with our sports psychologist, Landon, as well.
Shout out Landon, you the GOAT.
Shout out Landon, he actually the GOAT. He helped me a lot, actually. 'Cause in that car ride, that was a pivotal moment for change. Was exactly in that 45 minute Uber. It was a while to the venue, but he helped me a lot to dig deep and persevere. He helped me so much, and then I got there, and then it was just a room with like 5 computers just in case everyone got sick, I guess. Yeah. But I was the only one there. I set up. It was kind of cold in there because AC. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to complain about the temperature. I did eat a lot of bananas. It was really depressing. It kind of felt like I was just an all-liner. I don't know. I felt really sad. Yeah. It just sucked because I really wanted to... I wasn't trying to get ahead of myself, but I was thinking, like, damn, if we win, I'm not going to be up there with my team. Yeah. I'm just going to be sitting in this room.
Lose, you're not going to be there to comfort us.
That would have been way worse. Yeah, I was trying to not think of that situation because that would have made me very, very, very upset. Imagine losing. You don't even get to spend time with your team. No, that's horrible. Thankfully, we won, though. We persevered. We pushed through.
Hype!
Yeah, it was really cool to see everyone kind of pull together for that one. I'm not gonna lie, because I was obviously, hey, that was not my Jordan flu game. I've had some flu games before in the past. That one, I was just trying my best to call. That one was not a mechanical mastermind. That was like, I'm going to try to call to the best of my ability while coughing and dying.
Was quite literally like, we would have to be completely silent, stoic, and freeze time because Mel would take like 5 seconds to cough, get out half the call, cough for 5 more seconds. Like, it was, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, she could barely speak and she's trying to IGL us to victory every round. Like, it was friggin' tough. Like,
it was hard. I was honestly playing Radar Simulator. I was just looking at Radar the whole time, trying to help with like at least rotations and positioning more than anything. But it ended up working out. I'm really glad, you know, things turned out the way they did. It would be really sad to have lost that year. But we ended up winning. Yay. But, you know, if you were here for episode 1, you know how many days I was in that hotel for the Clown boot camp, the first one that we ever had. And so I actually was in that hotel for 14 days or something. I was there for 2 weeks. I was there in Brazil. I hesitate to even say Brazil. I was in a hotel room. I didn't even get to do anything. I got to sit there. I got a lot to eat. Hello, what did I just say? I got to eat a lot of feijoada and brigadeiro, which is fire, by the way. That saved my life.
That's my favorite.
Some great Brazilian food, and a lot of water. But it was pretty emo seeing everyone fly home, and I just got to be like rotting in there. But I didn't get to. I didn't stay there.
For the second one.
I would dap you up, but like we're opposite hands. Dap. So hopefully, I mean, I'm kind of due to get COVID again because the time between I got COVID the first time and then wait, hang on, I'll take it back after I like get it out. The time it took for me to get COVID the first time and the second time was literally like 2 years, and we're coming up on 2025, and Brazil is 2023, and I'm going to rescind that. It's not going to happen.
Our manager just gave us the middle finger.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to be masking up
like
if we qualify.
Really quick, knock on wood for me. Thank you.
No, how funny would it be if I did though?
And that's all the time that we have, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to episode 2. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Tundra Wolf. Thank you to our future potential top commenter for commenting something so funny and so awesome. Well, do you have any shout outs? Shout out
delivery apps. Because when you have COVID and you're isolated, it's nice to, you know, you don't have to leave. And in fact, everyone else, you can just have it left at your doorstep. Shout out delivery apps. Shout out delivery drivers, most importantly. Tip them well.
Delivery drivers during peak COVID.
You deserve
Nobel Peace
everything. Prize. Yep, Nobel Peace Prize for everyone. You deserve all 50K raises. Everything good in life. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. All right. Adios. Bye.
Bye.
See you for the potential episode 3 that might come out.
Maybe.
At some point.
We'll see.
All right. Bye.
That's the end of the podcast.